interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for a spiritual kick in the ass. Because I think it's time for all of us, including me. Oh my goodness. How are you holding up? It's been wacky. But you know that. I know that. And you know what? I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of the wackiness. So I'm done and officially checked out, and I'm officially looking for the exit door. So I don't know if you're officially looking for the exit door, but I am officially looking for the exit door. I didn't think that I was going to be triggered in all of the craziness and mayhem that's going on right now. And I have to say, politically, is old news. I don't care. I don't care what happens at this point. I truly, honestly don't. So that wasn't a thing for me, but what was a thing for me was the whole situation surrounding the female boxing Olympic gold situation, right? I mean, even the Last Supper ridiculousness of the Olympics opening ceremonies, which was insanity, even that didn't drive me to speak out. But after the boxing situation, which that's all I'm calling it, I don't even know what it is. So many things happened. So in myself personally that I will share, because I think it's helpful that, first of all, I jumped on that bandwagon of, oh my God, what am I witnessing? Am I witnessing a man beat up a woman on global television and getting a gold medal for it? Is that what I'm watching right now? Like, I so was appalled, and that was the trigger for me. That. And I was like so fired up and what do I do if I'm so fired up, right? Like, what do we do? What am I going to do? Write a blog post about it? Okay. But what the hell is that going to do in the scheme of the world, right? Like, what does that do? Does it make me feel better? Does it make you feel better? Anyway, so that was like stewing for a couple of days. And then my son brought to my attention that the person from Algeria who won gold in female boxing does have a genetic issue, right? And there are more layers to the story than just jumping on the bandwagon of trans male athlete in female sports. Like, it's not that. It's different than that. And so I was like, oh, okay. I took a breath and thought, let me do some research. And I did a little bit of research, and it's still unclear. And so I'm still unclear. So I'm not going to blow my top over something that I don't understand, because it's easy to do. And so the whole point of this, and where I got to on the end of that, this gal from Algeria who was born female but has some chromosomal issues, all of that, like, I just all of a sudden had enormous compassion for her, because, oh my God, being misunderstood, having to go through her whole life. It's a whole can of worms that I'm not opening up now. So I went from indignation and judgment to compassion and admitting that I don't have all the facts and I'm not going to understand. And so I need to put it aside because I can do no good. So that is kind of what I'm talking about today, is that everything we see is manipulated and it has an agenda, and the people posting have an agenda. And I'm so cocky to think that I'm not above. I'm above falling for it, but I did. So I just want to let you know I'm supporting you in your journey of falling for this crap, but then recognizing it and then doing better, because that's what I'm doing. I'm recognizing where I'm falling for this crap, and then I'm going to do better. And by do better, It's like, well, what does that mean? What can one person do? What can Ann Wells do? Ann Wells is my hero if you're watching this, Ann. She is the epitome of what can one person do with a whole team of people, because I know she doesn't do it alone. Anyway, what can one person do? And the answer that I got sitting in my prayer chair, I'm in my prayer chair right here. That's what I'm doing in my prayer chair. And the answer I got about what can one person do is work on yourself. That's it. That's the answer. Work on myself. I'm not going to be able to effect change out in the mayhem, and it is decaying anyway. It is a dying world. We are creating a new one. So the powers that were want us distracted, want us divided. And the only way we can rise above that is to work on ourselves. And so what I did was I hauled out my Divine Tara book. Rachel Wooten, I cling to this book, and Divine Tara, the Divine Mother, who gives me such strength and faith in myself and in the love that we come from. We come from love. Remember that. You come from love. So what's going on out there is just distracting and fear-based living, and distracting us from connecting to that love that we come from, that is in our hearts. It's in our bellies. It's even in our heads, but our head clouds it with intellectual knowing that we think we know what's going on, and we don't. So I surrender to love. And when I read, I closed my eyes and I said, show me which one to do, because there's 22 meditations. And the one, I opened right to the front page of chapter 14, Black Wrathful Tara. Black Wrathful Tara. And there was so much in here that is so rich and so on point to what I'm talking about. And just some of the highlights, there were two that really stood out to me. One was the unmistakable role that the darkness plays in our spiritual journey. And that's what this is right now. This is the darkness showing itself so that we can look at it, say we love it, have compassion for ourselves and others, and then it dissolves into the love that you come from. The unmistakable role that darkness plays in our spiritual journey. That's one. Two, life starts to decay unless you are willing to give up old beliefs. And that's a paraphrase, but just think about that. That couple sitting in front of that television, waiting for the information, waiting to absorb whatever it tells them, that is decaying. That is the decaying world. And we are already in this world of self-authority. Self-authority. Work on myself. Work on yourself. That is why I interrupted your regularly scheduled program. I hope you have an amazing day. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Love to all. See you soon.